Good morning. Today's story is called The Sandcastle Contest. Let's see what happens. Matthew's father stood in the driveway and said, I think we're all ready to go. Let's make sure everything is here. Do we have bicycles? Yes. Do we have food? Yes. Do we have a boat? Yes. Do we have everything? No. No, yelled Matthew. No, said Dad. We don't have a dog, said Matthew. We don't own a dog, said his dad. I know, said Matthew, but now would be a great time to have a dog. No dog, said the dad. Now, do we have everything? No, said Matthew. We don't have my sandbox. Matthew, said the mother, we can't bring the sandbox, but the first place we camp, we can have a nice beach and you have lots of sand to play with. Well, said Matthew, okay. Holy moly, look how much stuff they have. So they drove and drove and drove until they came to a place to camp. Matthew jumped out of the van and ran to the beach. He came to a girl making a sandcastle and a big sand dog. She said, Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'm going to win the sandcastle contest. Wow, said Matthew. I'm going to build a sandcastle too. What can I win? You can win a bathtub full of ice cream, said Caitlin. All right, said Matthew. So Matthew made a house with doors and windows and even a roof. He dug out the inside of the house so it had rooms, just like a real house. He made sand tables and chairs and beds and a TV that had sand to show on it. When Matthew was almost done, Caitlin came over to look at his house. She had her sand dog on a leash. Nice house, said Caitlin. Really, really nice sand dog, said Matthew. A judge came by and said, Get this house out of here. Who puts a house on the beach? This is my sand house, said Matthew. I made it for the sandcastle contest. Ha! Said the judge. I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on the beach. Then they went inside and sat in a sand chair and watched a sand show on TV. Another judge came by and said, Get this house out of here. Who puts a house on the beach? This is my sand house, said Matthew. I made it for the sand contest. Ha! Said the judge. I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on this beach. She went into the bedroom and looked into the sand bed. She went into the kitchen, opened the refrigerator, and looked at the sand apples and the sand celery and the sand cartons of milk. And then she said, Little boy, you got this house off the beach. This is my sand house, said Matthew, and I'm going to prove it. Ha! Said the judge. So Matthew, he went outside and kicked the sand house right beside the door. It all turned back into an enormous pile of sand and fell on the judges. Help! Yelled the judges, and everyone came running and dug them out. When the judges were finally out from under the sand, they yelled, "Matthew wins! His sand house was so good that we thought it was a real house." "Matthew wins!" everyone yelled, and they gave him a bathtub full of ice cream. Matthew started eating the ice cream, and he said to Caitlin, "Hey, you want to help me eat this?" "Yes," said Caitlin. While they're eating the ice cream, Matthew said, "How come you didn't tell everyone that your dog is sand? I bet you would have won us with that sand dog." "Well," said Caitlin, "this is Sandy, my sand dog, and I'm going to take him camping and feed him ice cream every day, and he's going to be my pet and never going to turn him back into sand." "Wow," said Matthew. "I wish I had thought of that. Can you show me how to make one?" "No problem," said Caitlin. And Matthew's mom and dad were so happy with Matthew's amazing sand dog that they decided to take it camping. The end. Well, I hope everyone has a great, wonderful day today. I look forward to seeing you soon.